On in speed. We're ready to go. Winston Cup Racing. Pace car speed today about 60 miles an hour. Pit road speed of 55. Field coming down. Jarrett and Gordon lined up, and it is Dale Jarrett through the gears and jumping out in front.
Well, you can see everybody trying to get in single file right at the first of the race. There's a lot of debris on the racetrack, a lot of sand. Trouble. Turn one.
Big crash in the center of the field. Collecting 2-3 cars as they broke away that have really been hammered. Several others involved.
Caution is out, but Jarrett and Gordon want to win the first lap, lead the first lap here at the Texas Motor Speedway, but the caution is out, so they won't race that hard. They know that there's trouble down in turn one, so Jarrett will lead.
Well, you saw Morgan Shepherd's number 1 wrecked. You saw the car of Darrell Waltrip, the number 17. It was 14th in points. There's the number 37 hobbling around the track in trouble is Jeremy Mayfield. Waltrip pulling away. There's May. Oh, what an unfortunate moment.
And Dale Earnhardt.
And there's Earnhardt's car in this mess.
Well, what a tough break for every one of those drivers. Their hopes were so high coming into this race, and here's Todd Bodine already in the pits getting a tire change. There's the car number 37.
Look again as Bobby Hamilton also pits. Here's where it happened, going into turn 1, first lap.
Well, right up in this area is where it started. Some contact made with Darrell Waltrip. It looked like the car number 30 of Johnny Benson got into him, buddy.
Exactly what happened, and once it's flying...
Big wreck up in turn number 1. We've got 3 cars in the wall. The 77, Bobby Hillin sliding down the track. Looks like Derek Cope may be involved in it as well. And perhaps that's Greg Sachs. There is the number 77. One of the Texans in the race, Bobby Hillin. Won that race at Talladega years ago. Having trouble here today, getting collected again. It's turn number 1, which is turning into the Wreckham Alley of this racetrack. Bobby Hillin.
His car is pretty well banged up. You can see a lot of damage to the rear of his car.
Ned, he's hung up on the bank. If you'll notice, the front of the car is stuck on the bank there, and the back of the car is down on the flat part, and that car is hung up. It will not move right now.
No traction for the wheel here because of the fact that that front of his car is on that bank, and the back end touching back here, so he has no traction.
Back of the car is about in the back seat of that number 27. Tail end, look again, watch the bottom of the screen. Oh, they got it going into turn 1. There's that 36 sliding away. Derek Cope. He's going to the inside and sneaking through. They're going to get Spencer here and put him a lap down. Ooh, almost. Punched him out. The leader getting caught by Jimmy Spencer. He goes up into the wall. Caution is out. That's number 3 today.
What a break for Rusty Wallace, Todd Bodine, Johnny Benson, Dick Triple. All of those drivers were about to go a lap down. Good break for them, bad break for that guy right there, Jimmy Spencer.
That's what I was just going to say. Jimmy Spencer did not see Jeff Gordon coming up under him there, trying to stay in the lead lap, pulled over and got tagged.
Maybe for Gordon, too.
You see Todd Bodine in the 25 goes by Spencer going in down into turn 1. Here comes Jeff Gordon down on the inside, and as Buddy said, Spencer probably didn't see him, came down onto Jeff Gordon. They touched, and up into the wall goes.
Here you see him right behind leg speed.
Trouble.
Mark Martin. That's like the leader.
The engine might have let go. Caution is out in case there's oil. Probably was as he came off of turn 4. So what a tough break for Mark Martin.
Fourth caution is for Mark Martin. Winner yesterday will not win this first Interstate Batteries 500 in Texas.
You can see him pull the car right off the racetrack, down on the flat part of the racetrack, so if there was any liquids coming out of the car, it wouldn't get on the racing surface.
And you can see the smoke coming out the exhaust of that Ford number 6. That's bad news because usually that's an internal problem in the car, in the engine.
Winless in 96, trying to put it together here today. Out of Daytona Beach, Florida, native of Arkansas. What a bad day for Mark Martin.
You can tell it's over. He's pulled his gloves off.
Here he is, gliding along in the lead, has himself a comfortable lead over Dale Jarrett and Jeff Gordon, but look, as he starts off the turn, you see that smoke start coming from. And here's trouble off of turn 4.
Oh, bad
Rusty
crash.
Wallace.
Rusty Wallace.
Mike Skinner's involved. Sterling Mullins involved. Brent Bodine is involved. And we had a report that maybe Ted Musgrave might have had an engine problem on his car number 16, and you wonder if there might have been some oil.
Wallace was in 13th position. There you see the remains of the number 2.
And they're still wrecking out there. Greg Sachs comes down through it. Ernie Irvin.
Oh, and
Jeff
Gordon has just crashed. He's gone into the infield.
There's got to be oil up there on the track or something.
Gordon comes to a stop, and the left front of number 24 all torn up. There's Skinner's car, the number 31. That's gone away. The number 20 of Sachs, big impact into the wall. Musgrave may have lost part of an engine and left some oil down and some pieces, and there you have it. Out of turn 4, this happening at lap 162.
Well, but Ted Musgrave's car is still out there running around. I don't think he has an engine problem.
Ned, I can answer that. Rusty Wallace's car is losing a lot of fluid as he goes towards the garage area right now. When he got up into the wall there, he may have dropped some fluid on the racetrack.
Okay. 28, Ernie Irvin trying to get his lap back. Instead, he's out of the race. His car was also hit.
Wow, what a strange turn of events.
Rusty Wallace is number 2. Big trail of fluid out of the back of his car as it goes back to the garage area.
The yellow car right there. And
Ned, he just got loose. The back end starts around. You see him trying to get it back. He has to feather it out of the throttle. The right rear gets into the wall. And there he goes, rubbing down the side of the wall. Now he's in trouble. He tried to jerk it off the wall, start spinning around.
Having a great... And we have a caution once again. They say there's an oil down somewhere around this mile-and-a-half facility. See Musgrave coming back onto pit road. And as they race to the line, it'll be Terry Labonte to the stripe. Strickland trying to make up a lap directly behind him and not doing so. Field comes across with Labonte, Rudd, Jeff Burton, the top 3. Followed by Ward Burton 4th, Bobby Labonte 5th, Dale Jarrett 6th, Todd Bodine 7th.
That windshield mold success that he had will get him in the International Motorsports Hall of Fame a little bit later on this month. Congratulations.
Hey, while we're talking about that, do you know who we have sitting to our right? Whoa, we got
trouble coming off turn 2.
That is Grissom in the wall. Steve Grissom's number 41 is going to bring out the 8th caution in this 500-mile race. Looks like the left front tire is down on number 41. Grissom running in 13th place.
Well, let's see if we can figure what happened to Steve as he went into turn 2. There he is. He's the white car going into the turn.
And right by himself, he's still veer off there. That usually means that there's something that keeps that car from turning. Now he's up on the high side where you see all the dust flying. There's a lot of debris up there. Once you get up there, the back end just come right around on the seat.
Looks like maybe the right front tire was going down or something. Rick Mass looks like he's headed to the garage area and it maybe dropped some oil. So that probably was Steve Grissom's problem.
They say that that Mass car blew up. Well, Jeff Burton in 3rd, Dale Earnhardt 4th, Dale Jarrett 5th, Ward Burton 6th, Bobby Labonte in 7th, Todd Bodine, followed by Sterling Marlin, Johnny Benson, the top 10, Chad Little, a lap down in 11th.
Dale Jarrett off to a very slow start. I don't know if it's that clutch or what his problem was, but he got a very
Johnny Benson loses it coming off turn 2.
Down to the inside, he didn't get, Nemechek wrapped him. Unbelievable. Joe Nemechek getting collected as they race back to the line. Rudd's going to stay there in 1st. Johnny Benson looping for the 2nd time today, and this time takes a hard hit right in the nose. The drivers are saying some of the drivers are reporting in to their crew chiefs that there was so much speedy dry they couldn't. Todd Bodine a little high. Jeff Burton comes in and they...
Oh, contact there.
Oh, there goes Bodine into the wall, spinning. Fighting for the lead. He's down at the bottom. He gathers it up. Is caution coming out? Yes, it is. And there's another car crossed up in the back straightaway. But for Todd Bodine, this one's over. As a couple of young horses got on it here in Texas.
I understand Lake Speed was also involved in car number 9. You can see the damage to Todd Bodine's car.
Lake Speed was having a great run. He was in 13th at the time.
There he is.
12th.
See, his left front tire is flat.
The 99, Jeff Burton into the lead. This is as wild as a Saturday night special.
I'd like to add to that. I know it looked like Jeff Burton just run over him coming up out of the corner, but he had a tremendous run. And when he started out, a lot of times to her, you could see her fanning herself there. Emotions very, very high.
Bobby Labonte is close to within 1.2 seconds on Dale Jarrett. And Terry now has called back up to Bobby.
Rudline 5th, Earnhardt 6th. Ward Burton, the brother of Jeff Burton, the elder brother, in 7th. Then Marlin in 8th. Michael Waltrip still that lap down in 9th. Madeir, get ready for new territory. 1 lap to go. You are headed for victory lane if that engine holds together for 1 more lap at around 177 miles an hour.
He's got himself a big lead. Taking no chances. He's coming up on Jeff Bodine there, but he don't need to pass Jeff. Just following around there, Jeff Burton.
4 7/10 of a second between first and second spot. Give a call to Steve Grissom. Back up here in 10th spot. Elliott 11th. Checkers coming down. And the inaugural Interstate Batteries 500 at the Texas Motor Speedway is won by South Boston, Virginia's Jeff Burton. What a job.
Oh, that's wonderful. Really, that's a great win.
If you got to have a breakthrough, what a way to do it.
With the eyes of the racing world on this event, this is the way to do it.
Did anybody mention 300